Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, as the thumbnail shows, I had a bit of an adventure today with an empty boat. I was going to record a review while I was down at the park, you see. And I looked out on the lake and I saw this empty boat. And I saw a guy by the shore who was waving to get people's attention. And I'm like, well, the video is going to have to wait. This person needs help. So I go and I call 911. And I explain the situation. There's a person on the side of at the shore at the park where I live, and he's apparently must have fallen out of his boat and got to shore, but his boat started to drift and is now adrift on the lake. And it's going further out. So they sent a cop. And I called because there was a chance the guy would be injured. Well, unfortunately, they didn't send a person with the rescue squad to make sure that the guy was all right. Yikes. But what they did do, you know what, I am going to get on camera for you all now that I'm finally cleaned up and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, there we go. So yeah, I was out, and let's get a light on here. And this guy was on the side of the road or shore. Went over to him, asked if he was all right, let him know that help was on the way. Talked with them until a police showed up at the park, and wrong way. And they asked what was going on, and they're like, yeah, well, we don't have a boat. And I'm like, thinking to myself, my own town does not have a damn boat to bring out on the water in case something like this happens. We spent $500,000 of our town's budget on a damn wheelchair ramp at the town hall, which could have been done for like less than $5,000, less than $2,000. They put $5,000 or $500,000 on a fucking ramp. Yet you could have put that on a damn boat for the police if something was needed out on the lakes. We live around a huge lake where stuff could happen. But anyway, the guy wasn't harmed too badly, just his knee was a bit banged up. Anyway, we're slowly watching it was like 30 yards after he slipped and fell into the water and started drifting out, and he got to the shore. But he was an older folk. He was an older gentleman. Morning, Grimaces. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you on my channel, but thank you for coming in. Junebug, always a pleasure. And so I talked with him, make sure he's okay. Concerned citizen. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm a good Samaritan. And so when the police come, he explains the situation, and as it's happening the whole time, the empty boat just keeps on flowing further out into the lake. It was all the way across to the other side of the lake by the time somebody came along to bring him to a boat launch to have the boat people go out and get the boat. It was like 2 hours of just waiting. Now, I appreciate the response of the fire chief and the police in response of this when I called 911. Our 911 emergency system in Tupper Lake might want to work on notifying medical response next time. This guy has or could have been seriously hurt, yet no medical personnel showed up. If this guy had been hurt, oh, there would have been a lawsuit. How's my bald? P.S. I'm giving you a hard time just as a friend, as friends do to each other, not trying to be a jerk. Oh, my bald head's doing good. I mean, yeah, it's doing great. Anyway, so yeah, we get this done, and they called for DEC originally, but after the town drove the guy over to the boat area to see if that guy could help, and they did. They called the dispatchers and said, you know what, cancel the DEC. The situation's now handled. So yeah, a few hours of my day from 8 to 12, almost 8 to rather 11, was basically filled with just talking to, or just breezing, shooting the shit, and then noticing a guy who needed help, and I was there to help him. And I was going to begin my review a day for my next review a day segments. I just finished doing Resident Evil Milla Jovovich movies of review a day, and I was going to record my Riddick Pitch Black review of all of the movies that of the Riddick movies I am doing are the unrated editions, the special editions. And I was going to start doing it, but then I saw that this guy needed help, and it's like, video's going to wait. This guy needs help. I'm helping. So yeah, I managed to help the guy. His boat is at his brother-in-law's, docked safely. He is safe, and everything's good. And it's a really good thing to feel good about, because you helped the person who was in need. I mean, this guy was worried that he would have to get his boat out of the brush areas, because around the lake there is a lot of uninhabited area that is very wild growth. So yeah, it would have been a disaster if it had gotten into any of those areas. But thankfully, we managed to get somebody out there with a boat to get him out there to get to get the boat before it hit one of those areas. Now, exactly, Junebug, exactly. I mean, all I really did was place the call, keep him calm, made sure he wasn't hurt. But still, I am kind of upset that they did not send a medical person in case they were needed. That, when you call 911, that should be an obvious. Unless it's because I said I don't know if the man is hurt. He might be. But I am going to check. And they're like, all right, we'll send somebody out. Well, no medical dispatch. I'm sorry, but Tupper Lake, you done fucked up today. And Tupper Lake is where I live, folks. I'm not afraid to dox myself. I could have 1 million subscribers and I'd still say where I live. I have no problem with anybody knowing where I live. I'm not going to tell you my exact address. That I only reserve to people I trust. And if you want to send me something, I will send you my address via direct message or whatnot. But anyway, yeah, the cop showed up, asked what happened, explained to us that there's no freaking marine vessel that they could use to get the vehicle out. Yet the cops do have a emergency diving team. So that means they also have to have a boat. Just makes you wonder, man. I mean, like I said, the budget in this town is so freaking twisted. They made a $500,000 ramp for wheelchair access. $500,000 for something that could have been ADA approved and only cost $2,000. You could have put that budget toward road repair and other stuff. So I am a bit upset with my town's response to a citizen in distress. They didn't even send a rescue team in case it was needed. Anyway, let me take a drink. After all was said and done, I talked with a couple of folks around who was walking around the park as I was. Talked with a bunch of people. It's friendly, just friendly town talk. Exactly. You can build a ramp for 200, but can you build it to do wheelchair access for a town hall? Would it cost 200 then? I mean, I would have to take a picture to show you guys. But anyway, yeah, that was the daily heroic that I did today. That heroic deed I did. I made sure a person got their boat back and made sure that they were safe while things were being handled. But other than that, let's talk movies. I hope everybody has enjoyed my Resident Evil review a day segment. I am actually going to take my phone right now and put the last installment into the playlist that I created. I should go and do that right now. Do you see I might need help with that one? I'm a handyman, but I'm above a red-green handyman, if that makes sense. Honestly, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Now, let's go to my library. Videos. And yay, I'm still alive. There we go. 3 views on it. Wish I could have more. Resident Evil review a day. Good. All right, my Resident Evil review a day playlist is now completed. I just put the last one over into that playlist. That Red Green show. I've never heard of it. You never saw the TV show Red Green? No, I have not. How you doing, Darth Hastur? Good to see you. Or Haster. I think you're also new to the channel. But yeah, let's talk some movies, folks. And some Star Wars news that I heard recently. You see, Darth Plagueis, the novel that I have that is part of Legends now, sadly, in fact, I have it where it's not saying it, or where it doesn't say Legends. But anyway, they just shit that book. They just killed that book's continuity. You see, they had a book that they just recently done called Queen in Peril, and apparently it just retcons all of who Darth Plagueis was. I'm sorry, I do not like that. I do not like the fact that they have just retconned one of the best Sith Lords of the Rule of Two. It does kind of tick me off. Now, like I say, folks, I always say on my channel, let me switch the banner now that I'm actually on camera. There we go. Like I say, different opinions are welcome on my channel. If you guys don't agree with me, that is fine. I have no problem. I'll still be friendly to you. I still appreciate you for being supportive of my channel. Also, folks, do please share this stream out. I might go on for a little while. But yeah, Red and Green is an old handyman guy who fixes stains with Ducky because it's the handyman's secret weapon. And that list: duct tape, zip ties, Gorilla Glue. With those 3 items, you can fix anything, pretty much. Pretty much nowadays. Can I ask you this, though? Can you fix a country with it? Ugh. Now, you want to know what I find interesting? I've actually, wait, back to the Star Wars stuff before I get too far off or on a tangent. That is yeah, them retconning Plagueis, I don't like it. I think that was the dumbest thing they could have done. But yeah, also, Naughty Dog is complaining because they're getting review bombed. And all these Access Media fool types are coming out. The Last of Us 2 is the greatest fucking thing. I'm sorry. I don't think it is. This is a travesty against the whole canon. Quit beating a dead horse. Disney canon is not canon in my honest opinion. But EU is always going to be my canon. But they are vultures, Disney and Lucasfilm. They are going to continue to pick at the meat that is vibrant and fresh still in many fans like mine, mind, and they will continue to strip it of all respect. Zip their hands together, duct tape their mouths shut, gorilla glue their reproductive areas. Country fixed. Oh my God. Christmas. Or Grimaces, man. I love it. That is just true. Wow. You, sir, has just got your thingy done. Man, that's good. That's good. But yeah. Other than that, movie talk now. I did my review of Days. My next review of Days will be the Riddick movies. After I get off of this live stream, I'm actually going to record for tomorrow because I'm going to begin it tomorrow because today was the last day of Resident Evil review a day. So tomorrow we'll begin the Chronicles of Riddick review a day, and it will be in this order: Pitch Black, Dark Fury, Chronicles of Riddick, and Riddick. Dark Fury, for those who don't know, is the 32-minute anime movie that was made to kind of put a story in between Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick. Now, I'll also talk about the game too. So after the review a day, I will talk about the only game that I did play that had, or that Riddick was in, or that I played that Riddick was in, which was Escape from Butcher Bay. I did not play the Ghosts of Athena game, I think is what it was called, but I heard it was a great game. Bruce Springsteen for president? No. He sings good songs. Let him stick to his wheelhouse. But I'm also not going to get too much into politics. Now, yes, that's what I have planned for the next review a day thing. I am going to do less entertainment news videos because I am so burnt out on those. I will do I will actually consolidate all the movie news that I hear and do the current events. I'm actually going to start mainstreaming current events. I'm going to start doing episode 1 current events, episode 2 current events, and whatnot. And I'll even turn a playlist or make a playlist out of that too. So yeah, I'm going to update the thumbnail because the words are so small with the current events thumbnail. But yeah, the Versus streams are going well. I got next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday is going to have Darth Kaitis versus Emo Bitch. Ted Nugent, Jesse Ventura 2020. Oh, God, man. Jesse Ventura, I liked him as an actor. I don't know where I don't know about his politics. I think he said he's more independent. The Pitch Black animated was cool, if I remember right. Interested to hear your opinion. Well, I can actually, to give you basically a brief thoughts on that, I actually liked it a lot. It was done in the style of Japanime. How you doing, Lyndon? Oi, what's up? Well, the sky, the clouds, the sun, my IQ. I also just recently helped a person today because they fell out of their boat. They got to shore safely. It was an elderly folk. and his boat drifted out. So I called 911, and everything turned out all right. So yeah, Ventura is a libertarian, just like me. Nice, Jumbo. Good to know. Now, anyway, I'll actually do a little bit of a. I'll actually, you know what? I'll give a flash review right now for Dark Fury if you want. So yeah, the animated Dark Fury basically starts out shortly after. It's like maybe a week or two after Pitch Black, and yeah, thank you, Lyndon. I do my best to help around my community if I am able. Heavy lifting and whatnot. I mean, I might not be able to hold a real job. I mean, I also help my landlady look after mentally handicapped people. I mean, that's a job in itself. But when I'm out and about, and somebody needs help, I'm going, or I'll help them however I can. How you doing, Kamen Rider? Good to see you. But yeah, let's get into this quick flash review. So, Dark Fury basically is a week after Pitch Black, because you can see the character of Jack's hair, her hair has gotten longer, and they get picked up by a merc ship. And I just love Riddick's first freaking line in that damn movie, or in the damn bit, or anime. It's like, first you're a boy, now you're, or then you're a girl, now you're a psychic. Be careful what you wish for, Jack. It did have an Aeon Flux look to it, and that was actually on purpose. This lady, that the super rich lady that had a bunch of mercs that puts, or that has this new profound version of cryo and whatnot, where she actually has a person or a Furian other than hello, folks. Sorry about that. DSL internet, sadly. Yeah. Objectively, that film has some problems, but subjectively, I love the hell out of the Dark Fury anime that they did. One of the problems that I saw was when Tooms wakes up and he's looking at the bounty on Riddick, and he sees that it's over 1 million or something like that. He's like, whoa, jumping Jesus. They actually asked, or in Chronicles of Riddick, he's like, what's the bounty on my head? And he's like, 1 mil. And he's like, 1.5. What slam pays 1.5 for a convict? Private party. And it says anonymous and whatnot. But to have, or that also said that the, or in, God damn it, sorry, I'm blanking out, folks. Chronicles of Riddick, they said, or he's going through a deleted scene. They're going through the different bounties for Riddick, and he learns about the bounty of 1.5 million there. There was no other $1 million bounty in universal denominations of UDs. So there was a consistency error from that movie. Now, the animation style is very good. The characters in that show or in that cinematic and whatnot was very well done. The monster that they have and looking for Riddick and how he kills it and whatnot. Then he has to, or I love how he's like, the next time you see me, I'm going to bury this in your eye. And he keeps his promise there. But then he goes to, that movie was basically made for two reasons. One was to give a slight story in between Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick. The second was to put Jack on that path of what happens to her in the movie Chronicles of Riddick. After she blows off the head of the rich bitch in Dark Fury, that was the first time she ever killed. And they actually talk about that at the end of the movie. So I thought that it was really good, and it helped to show sorry about that, folks. Did my screen just jump on me? Let me get my Wi-Fi back on. Okay. Also, yeah. Lyndon, if you're still watching, buddy, there was this thing that I actually sent to my friends from Australia on Twitter it was a card from Weird and Wild Creatures called the Tasmanian Wolf. Now, I have heard it called the Tasmanian Tiger, and I just want to address one thing too. Oh, by the way, before I do that, Dark Fury, objectively, 4 out of 5. Subjectively, 5 out of 5. Moviegoer, 5 out of 5. There. Now over to the Tasmanian Tiger, Tasmanian Wolf. What? Back. I knew it as the Tasmanian Wolf, but everybody calls it Tasmanian Tiger because of the stripes. And I just read Lyndon's thing where he says Australia is weird, dude. But one particular thing, a lot of people say it's called that because of the stripes, and it's like, well, that's like calling Star Wars or Disney Star Wars because it has the Star Wars name on it. Takes a little bit more than that. How do you feel about SpongeBob being turned gay? Honestly, I could give two shits. I'd never really cared about SpongeBob. down penis for her face. Hi. I am so sorry about that again, folks. It happens. As for SpongeBob being gay, yeah, I don't give two shits about that. Aren't tigers, does tigers supposedly still? Oh, Tasmanian tigers, you mean? No, they are extinct. They are trying to bring them back. They actually did clone one. I don't know the current status. You must have been a teen by the time SpongeBob came out. Yes. Yes, I was. And it just never appealed to me. Didn't even appeal to anybody who was a kid at my age. It actually appealed more to adults. Now, but thing is, if they want to make SpongeBob gay, well, fine. Make him gay. Who the fribibib cares? The thing is, folks, this country is this world of entertainment is focusing too much on identity politics. That is a time for another video. So yeah, I'm going to not get into that because I'd be here all day if I do. Everybody knows my stance on identity politics. Get rid of it. If you have a gay character, fine. Have him kiss a person or have him kiss another same sex. Who cares? Just don't smash it into her face. That's all we care about. Tell a good story. Don't focus on the frickin' sexuality of a character if it's not part of the plot. As for the Last of Us 2 stuff, fuck Naughty Dog. By the way, I watched all 15 and a half minutes of the credits of that game. And if I remember correctly, there is a law stipulating that if there is any sexual content in a game, yes, you can have the rated M for mature thing stamped on the game front, but there has to be a legal notification stating any and all depictions of sex in this whatever medium, movie, game, whatever, unless specified to be otherwise, were above the age of 18. How old is Abby? They never specified her age. So that's why I kind of put a tweet saying, yeah, there's a chance that Naughty Dog might have released an illegal game because they might be promoting child porn due to the fact that Abby's age is not specified. Oh, also I learned as to why apparently she went after Joel. Apparently Joel killed her dad, who was a doctor at the end, who was trying to kill Ellie. So it's just a convoluted mess, in my opinion. This whole game literally means less than nothing to me. Yet I will support all of my friends who have been struck, who have been attacked, who have been slandered in their critiquing of the game's story and whatnot. Abby looks like she's in her 20s to be that jacked. Dude, I'm not kidding. I have seen 16-year-old girls who are as jacked as she is. I'm not kidding. I think it's disgusting that they have that much musculature in there or in their body. I mean, sure, tone up if you want, get fit, but my God. Also, that sex scene, folks, we all are freaking. I think it was on the Full Aussie. No, was it? Or was it just a Hangout stream? Anyway, Lethal was live, Lethal Lightning, and they were talking about the sex scene. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just look at this, see what the hell's going on. And I look at it, and I'm like, oh my God, what? Oh yeah, that's right. It was your first stream. That's right. Abby smashed, and I actually gave a fucking review for it. It's like OHR official review for the sex scene. 1 out of 10. If you're having a sex scene, make sure your characters maintain their genders or retain their genders, because look, she yanks off her bra. You see woman boob. She turns around, man boob. It's like bad freaking continuity errors, man. In the span that it took for Abby to turn around so that she could get it up the ass, apparently, because she went from female to male in the span of a second. Yeah. She must have been getting it up the ass, because there's no way you're going to get it up a guy's pussy, because a guy doesn't have a pussy. Sorry to say that, folks, but that's the facts of the matter. Yeah, I know I just went off into a weird thing. But yeah, sorry about that, Lyndon. Yes, Lyndon is starting to do live streams, folks. Definitely subscribe to Lyndon Hall. Soul Assassin, if you could plug his channel, please do. 1 second, folks. Better. Yes. Plug his channel if you can, Soul Assassin. In fact, you know what, Lyndon? You've been supporting my channel for a while. So I'm going to do something nice for you, man. I am going to get out of full screen of my chat. Lyndon Howell, you, sir, are a moderator. Plug your channel, buddy. You are now a moderator, Lyndon. So yeah, you can plug away, shameless plug, all that stuff, man. And Soul Assassin, thank you for also doing it. But yes, guys, Lyndon Howell, he does sports stuff. He might get into entertainment stuff. I'm interested in seeing more of his channel. And I expect great things. And get him up there, dude. This guy should be at higher than me in subs. I'm only at like, what, 506 last time I checked. I lost 3 subs again. Ever since I got above 500, I was at 509 when I first broke to 500. They got me up, or DJ and his friends got me up to 509. Then it went down to 501 when I woke up. And then I got back up to 509 after a few days. And then guess what? Back to 500. Or now it's 506. Ugh. I did Birds of Prey review and Twitter fights. Then movies stopped happening. Yeah, exactly, man. And trust me, dude, when movies get back up, your channel will take off. Your channel is going to start taking off a lot more, too. I mean, you're pretty much going to be on a live stream with possibly with a porn star. I mean, you guys just were on a freaking live stream last Saturday with a freaking porn director. Well, Saturday night for you guys. I mean, that with Axel Braun, the Full Aussie with Axel Braun, I saw that. I had to catch it on the replay, sadly. Strange happenings with the beer bug. I will check that out too, by the way, Lyndon. But yeah, I saw that and I let Lethal know it to ask him a question if he could. But the thing is, Lethal didn't, but that's okay. Because Axel actually talked about it without having to be asked. I was wondering, how do they come up, or what's their casting process in porn? and it's basically audition videos and whatnot. Match Dream, we had another huge one, Match Dream we had, and another huge one we had. Yep. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm so glad that he covered that, because while porn is, well, what it is for most people, for the people who are actually making it, it's not, or he actually explained it, it's not, or we barely watch porn ourselves because we're dealing with all this shit as we make it. Now, here's a funny thing, folks. So my channel doesn't get pulled. I'm actually going to not get into any of the dirty nitty gritty, but I actually watched special features behind the scenes of a porn movie called Fire and Ice, and this was before Game of Thrones was even a thing, folks, so it's not that. Evan Stone, one of the people that Axel was talking about, one of his friends, was also in that movie, and he gave a little bit of a background of what is sort of a requirement. And he's like, if you can't keep it up for like 4 hours, don't bother coming in for an interview. You won't get the job. But the way he says, don't bother coming in for the interview, because you're not going to get the job. Ha! That's how Evan said it in the freaking interview. And in the movie, there's this woman who creates an ice sculpture of a guy with a rather large and Evan Stone is back in backstage looking at it, and he's like, he's not union. Union would never stand for this. It is some of the funniest shit that you can see. You learn some of the funniest stuff if you are ever watching behind the scenes of any adult video network or anything like that. It is just, some of the stuff is so funny. I mean, I saw one woman as they were filming a scene. She's like, it keeps on going to the left. Could you stick it in straight? It keeps going. He's like, what? He's got to redesign his dick to fuck you? I mean, seriously. So there is some funny stuff you can learn just by watching the behind the scenes stuff of adult entertainment. And I know most people they want to see the main stuff, but I've always been a person that likes to watch special features if they have them. Most of the movies on my digital library have special features. There are some that I really, really love watching, but sadly they don't have the special features. But if I can get a movie with special features, I will. That's why I also get digital media or physical media as well, and that is also something that is very important, folks. If you have the old DVDs of Star Wars and whatnot, and I'm talking DVDs, not Blu-rays, because once they went to Blu-ray, they actually Disneyfied them and made the digital Yoda and shit, and I cannot stand the Episode 1 digital Yoda. I like the puppet better. Also, there wasn't that at the end of Episode 6. No, Darth Vader. It's like, the fuck, man. It's just really fucking weird. Now, I've gone off on so many freaking tangents. I know I'm random, folks. But yeah, it's part of up here. ADHD, I'm not medicated for it. But you know what? I've also found that I've been able to live better because of that. Now, back to movies. I am going to be doing the Resident Evil Chronicles of Riddick review a day. So definitely going to be doing that. And like I said, after I get off the stream, which is only going to go on for about another 15 minutes, I'm going to record my Pitch Black unrated review. All the movies that I'm doing, or all of the Riddick movies I own, are unrated. I don't own the theatricals because they don't put the theatricals with the unrateds, which is kind of stupid because they're the last two Die Hard movies I bought the theatrical versions for the digital, and they have the unrated editions because the unrated editions don't have the special features, but the theatricals do, but they also have the unrated editions that you can watch too. Yes, I just realized I was speaking faster than 50 miles an hour. But anyway, folks, so yes, Chronicles of Riddick. Yes, physical media over digital, but sadly, I have to rely on digital right now because I do not have physical media playing equipment. I don't even have a TV, folks, in my room. I don't have a TV, and I don't have my Blu-ray and DVD players and whatnot. So I do what I do, and I gotta watch the physical media. But I will say this: I do want to give a big shout out to Odin's Movie Blog. He just sent me something. So I'll kind of do an unboxing for you guys too. Slide in here. There it is. Got this from Odin's Movie Blog. I believe it is a semi-specialized edition or despecialized edition of Star Wars on Blu-ray. Well, it's not going to open that way, so let's get it this way. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Okay, I have the despecialized editions on Blu-ray, and now I have these, which are semi-specialized editions on Blu-ray, or somebody's different cuts. I'm going to actually go to Discord to figure out what I was just sent. How you doing, Moira? I just saw you in the chat. Coffee with a passive face. What's wrong, Moira? Discord. Ugh. Go to the giveaway section of Odin's Movie Blog. Yeah, I'm hoping for a Jaws 4K sometime. All right, what was it? 3 of the OG Star Wars movies as they were originally intended, thanks to the work of a man named Harmy. So Harmy is the specialized editions. Awesome. I will be able to check those out on Blu-ray sometime. I'm awake, so grr. Nice. Geez, I got a lot of freaking notifications on all my freaking medias. Oh, Giovanna Nolan has been very active on areas. Your fingers have fingertips, but your toes don't have toe tips. Yet you can tip toe, but you can't tip finger. Wow. That is so insane that it's funny. So I'm going to give a nice little smile and laugh at that one. You know, if you got any of you guys on Facebook, if you have a friend that you have poked over 2,000 times, they're no longer friends, they're family. Now, yeah. I don't like how some people have actually used the whole poking feature on Facebook to mean sex, because that's just kind of stupid, because it include, or you can poke anybody on Facebook. So yeah. Now what else is? Oh god damn, Odin, you scared the hell out of me for a second. I thought you were live on your channel. You're only live on Twitch. I don't do Twitch. I know, folks, I don't do Twitch. I have Twitch. I have the app. I have an account called Darth Volan. I just tried using it. It doesn't work as much. So, let's check my Instagram. Oh, somebody gave me a comment. What's the show? What? Slowly improving, especially when they started to push SJW non-show. What's the show? It's Resident Evil, final chapter, Demon Sight Synth Wave. I should like that, and I shall replay. It was the Resident Evil franchise. But yeah, that last one, ugh, final chapter left a bad taste in my mouth because Resident Evil, folks, I am going to give you a little bit of a thingy on this. Resident Evil movies with Milla Jovovich started off like a cheap sci-fi horror flick that was on the Sci-Fi Channel. Then it started to slowly improve all the way up to Retribution. Then Final Chapter came along, and sadly it came along in the whole polarized world. And it was just an attack on capitalism, doing the whole unbalanced female empowerment. Basically, fuck the guys. Every guy or every bad guy in the last movie was a guy. Only like the first two films. You know what? The first film was okay. I just didn't like what they did with the liquor in it. Now that it is fed on fresh DNA, it will mutate. So it's no longer a human liquor thingy. It's now a dog liquor thingy. It's kind of a regression in my... But whatever. The problem with that is that they did the second movie where they had a liquor eat a guy and it didn't mutate, so... inconsistencies. I did like how they did Nemesis, though. Tyrant, never saw him in the game, but they had the prosthetic long thingies for his fingers, and they were just really rubber. No. Well, that was weird. They just kicked me out of my stream without even a warning. That was weird. But yeah, it started building and building and building, and then they just put in an agenda-built movie, and it killed the entire ending. Plus, Final Chapter kind of retconned the whole series, which is covered. But anyway, folks, how long have I been going? 55 minutes? I am going to start wrapping it up here. to give you a brief recap, I helped a person today who fell out of their boat, and sadly, or he managed to get to shore safely, but his boat got adrift and went all the way across the lake before stuff. Oh, nice. Black screen for BLM. Oh, don't even get me there, man. Get me on another person's channel. I'll be happy to talk about that way more often. The animated films are better. Yes. When I get, here's the thing, folks. When I am able to procure those films, the animated ones, I believe Damnation and a few other ones, I will get them and I will do a review a day, a triple review a day. How about that? You have my word, my solemn oath. I will get those movies, the animated ones with Leonas Kennedy, and I will review them. I believe I have seen the first two. The one with Claire and the one with Leon behind enemy lines or whatever. I haven't seen the last one. But, oh my gosh, I saw the very first one. They had the G virus and the T virus at a airport and whatnot. And they had, they actually had a blooper reel where Claire is extremely jealous of the guy or the girl that likes Leon, and I was like, "You bastard!" And she keeps pushing a nuke button. But yeah, man, definitely bring me on if you ever do a stream like that, or where you want to talk about the whole Black Lives Matter stuff. I'll be happy to do it on your stream, man. I can even tell you a couple of personal experiences I've had with them. That one is actually American football related. But yeah, definitely, Lyndon. Keep me informed and whatnot. But also, Lyndon, do you like John Wick? And do you like Jason Bourne? Because if you do, I got a Versus stream coming up mid-July, or no, mid-August. Mid-July? Yeah, mid-July, sorry. If you do like those two, let me know, because I can actually invite you onto that, or I'll actually have you on that panel for that Versus stream. In fact, honestly, if you want to do the Cadis versus Bitch Boy or Emo Bitch, I can also have you on that one too. Because I'm still looking for a panelist on that one. Bro, John Wick, yeah, haven't watched Bourne for a while. Have to rewatch. Well, definitely rewatch it, man. And if you want, or if you want in on that panel, I'll put it in my memos for that one. So let's see here. I can get rid of this one now. Delete, because I just did it. Vader versus Malgus. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cadis versus Emo Bitch, guys. Lyndon, if you want to be on that one, basically I'm going to be. Oh, you have no idea on EU? Well, that's all right, because if you were actually on that one, I would have basically had the full Aussie on my channel. That would have been funny. But yeah, so far I got Runner Studios, Drew Taylor, and Script Doctor for John Wick versus Jason Bourne. But I will put you in right now, Lyndon, for John Wick versus Bourne. Lyndon, not Lennon. Lyndon, oh, all right, you're on that one. But yeah, basically, Lyndon, the Cadis versus Kylo is basically just going to be like the one with, or that I did of Rey versus Valen, where it's just totally shitting on Rey. I mean, that is awesome. Are you including the Renner Bourne or just Matt Damon? It's actually just going to be Matt Damon. It's Jason Bourne versus John Wick. Now, we're actually those two, if those two were in a fight with each other. kind of like The Accountant and John Wick. And that one is going to be, let me pull up the calendar so I can have you mark it. The 17th of July. How you doing, AVP? Good to see you. It's always going to be Friday nights my time, so it's going to be morning your time, Lyndon. So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, whatever time. I think you're like, what, half an hour behind Lethal? So yeah, it's probably going to be midday the 18th for you, or morning to midday for you. Bitch boy gonna cry his way to victory. That's one way that you might try putting it. But I will say this: him stopping Laserbolt was pretty impressive when I saw it in the movie when I first saw Episode 7. Now, but yeah, how you doing, AVP? Good to see you. He's half an hour behind you. So what time? All right, what time is it right now for you, Lyndon? Because right now for me it's 1 p.m. So I'm going over slightly, folks. I have no problem doing that. So yeah, just put the time. Let me actually go to YouTube because, yeah. Right now, 3 a.m. So you are 14 hours ahead of me. So it would be 11 a.m. Saturday morning for you, Lyndon. So if you can, or if you're able to make that one, or are you able to be there on that time? Because if so, awesome. And I will pencil you in for that one. It's going to be the 18th for you at 11 a.m. July. But yeah, folks, other than that, I am going to start wrapping it up. Just waiting for Lyndon, whether he can do a go, no go. And yeah, so Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, stay tuned for my next versus stream, which is going to be Darth Kaitis versus the emo bitch. I have right now 11, yep. Alrighty. I have enough, or I have room for one person. It might be the Chad, but you know what? Actually, I think I might have the Chad on that one. At the moment, yeah, they haven't released AFL fixtures for the next rounds yet. All right, keep me apprised, and let me know, and I'll reach out to you as we get closer to it. How about that? But anyway, folks, I am going to start wrapping it up here, so stay tuned for that one. It's next Friday, not this upcoming Friday. It's going to have Raging Rhino, Lethal Lightning, Mara Jade, and let me check the last person. Come on. Mimos. OG Star Wars, yeah. All right, so yeah, Mara, Lethal, Raging, and OG Star Wars for that one. Possibly also the Chad. And then it's going to be Jason Bourne versus John Wick 2 weeks after that. And then Jaina Solofel versus Starkiller after that. And we're still looking for one more person on that one. We have a possible for Mara. But yeah. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. Thank you for tuning in for my little morning adventure and movie talk. If you're catching this on the replay, you all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below of anything that you have heard, movies, whatnot. If you have an idea for a versus stream, you can hit me up on Twitter at Orange Hat Reviews without an A in the word orange. or just look it up, Orange Hat Reviews. You should be able to find me. If you're following me, you should be able to message me. If not, give me a follow. I could always use more. Which Star Killer, the clone or Galen? It's actually going to be a mix of both. It's going to be a single lightsaber wield, but it's going to have both Galen's force abilities and it's going to have Star Killer clone force abilities. Meaning when Star Killer uses that super bolt of Sith lightning or dark side lightning to, like he did on the Gorg, yeah, it's going to be that, or he's going to have that kind of capability too. But we also all know how powerful Jaina is. Anyway, folks, stay tuned for all those. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and stay humble.